Water is receding, but this neighborhood here is still in deep water, and there are a lot of homes still surrounded. I just met a young woman who moved into a house right over here with her father about 2 weeks ago. They haven't even made the first payment on it, and she still was able to stay optimistic. She says they were able to rescue their most prized possessions in a couple of suitcases, and is hopeful the house isn't damaged too badly. And if you can see all the way down West Tram, there's a woman swimming towards her home right now to check on things. One of the other neighbors told me that they have a problem with looters. They saw 3 people on boats trying to steal from homes in this area. There is a curfew now in effect from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. countywide, but there is also a lot of help on the way. There's a volunteer evacuation center just up the road that was staffed before the feds ever got here to Vidor. There's a National Guard Incident Command. They're now helping to coordinate things, but there's also a lot of volunteers from across the region, including some medical personnel. They set up a medical tent there. There is a food tent where they have served thousands of meals each day. There's also a distribution storefront giving out water and clothes and diapers and food and other goods. And at Vidor Middle School, one of 3 county-wide points of distribution set up by the Texas State Police and the National Guard and FEMA, handing out tractor-trailer loads of water and ice and meals ready to eat. 300 to 500 cars per hour, I'm told. One of those trailers carrying 44,000 pounds of water. The need is huge, and they say more help is on the way.
It took us a little while to get in here because there was so much rain, so much water. Vehicles were tough to get in here, much less 18-wheelers. We got here as fast as we can, and now food and water and ice, we're just telling everybody to come on, and get it as best as they can, as fast as they can.
Truly astounding sights and sounds that we're seeing here every day and night, Molly.
And I hate to hear the stories about those despicable looters, but I know that the far greater number of people are pouring their hearts out. And Rick, you had a chance to speak to some of the volunteers there making their way to help, right?
Yeah, we've met thousands, we've met personally many volunteers, but there are thousands of them coming from not just across Texas and Louisiana, but as far north as Illinois, from Georgia. And we met a young man from Florida this morning. He came from Cocoa Beach. Joe Rubio, he owns Blacklist Diesel. He says that he spent the past week collecting donations from friends and neighbors, and he loaded up a flatbed with an airboat and an ATV and all the supplies that he had collected, and he drove all night to get here.
Yeah, around there. That's where we'll hit water, if we can get over that bridge. If
not,
we're gonna hit.
We got a Razor 1000. It's got a lift and portals on it, 35. Got about 16,000 pounds of water, fresh water in bottles. About 1,200 pounds of baby formula and diapers, and probably 3,000 pounds of new clothes, dog food, shower stuff. I don't even know what they call it, utensils.
Where did it all come from?
People just donated it. I made a Facebook post on Monday, earlier this week. Said, hey, we're going to go to Houston, later to help out. We got a lot of customers here, a lot of friends, family, and it just blew up.
Rubio said he and his friends were headed to Silsbee, Texas to pass out all those donations and help out in any way we can. And before we go, Molly, just take another look down the road here as this gentleman is also now headed to check out his home in water that is up to his chest.
Wow, incredible. Rick, thank you. You're there on the ground. I know you've seen so much, and thank you for bringing us those stories of those people that are just pouring everything out to help their neighbors, to help people states away. Thank you, Rick.